Hello and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. I would really appreciate it. So today's video is going to be me making a nail set, some press-ons for my daughter. So I already have the nails prepped. I buffed the bottoms, buffed the tops, I base coated, and I'm going to use this color from Creations by Bree. It's called Nila. It's a really pretty nude color. I have this stamping plate that was just released from Pretty Fingers by Robin. Zoom in a little bit because then I can focus better. Really cute plate. I'm going to be using this image right here to make like a cameo, but without the girl's head in it. Sorry, this plate will be released the 12th, June 12th, and it is called, let me just make sure I get the right name, Pumpkin People. So this is the Pumpkin People plate from Pretty Fingers by Robin. And then I have some foils here because I'm going to be doing a Victorian set. So I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet. But I will use some of these foils. Then I have this cat eye polish that I'm going to use to color the inside of the cameo. And it's a silver. It's not complete silver, but it's not gold, so it's like in between. And this Foreign Pretty is Moonlight Cat Magnetic Gel MC01. And then I have these flakes. These, I can't think of what they're called, but the flakes to put in the middle of the cameo to make the color pop. So I'm going to give these nails 2 coats and then I will be back. All right, so I figured I should show you what the polish looks like going on. It is so creamy and so smooth. And it's such a pretty nude color. Almost like a, I guess you would call it an apricot color. But it's such a pretty color. So I'll just do this one set on camera and then I will do the rest off camera because I don't think you want to just watch me sit here polishing tips. I decided my daughter likes wearing nails, but she doesn't have time to do them herself. So I figured that I can make her some sets every month and just send them to her, because I do love designing nail sets and it's a lot of fun and it's good practice too. And her sets will be pretty, they'll be pretty simple. She doesn't want any embellishments on them or anything because of her job, so it's hard to wear any kinds of crystals or beading or 3D adornments. So I actually made her a set already and I totally forgot she didn't want anything raised on them, but I'm going to redo this one because I know she prefers nothing on them, but I will show you the set that I made her because I think it came out pretty nice actually. And I'll send her both sets, and then if she chooses to wear them, she can. I don't mind. I'd rather her be happy than just be like, yeah, they're okay. Alright, almost done here. And then I will show you the original set I made. So if you have any tips or tricks when you make press-ons, please let me know, because I have never made press-ons. I either just make sets for collaborations or I do the nails on my own hands, but I never do press-ons. And I know so many people do, and I'm just wondering if it would be easier to do or just keep doing them on my hands. I mean, I'm right-handed, as you can tell, so doing my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, especially doing artwork, is kind of tricky. So I'm always wondering if doing press-ons would be easier. All right, let me get these cured. And I will show you the set I made. And this is the set I made for her, which I think came out adorable. But, you know, the raised cameos right here might get stuck in her gloves, or they might come off, so she's worried about it. So I am going to do a cameo like I showed you with the stamping plate from Pretty Things by Robin. And I'm not going to put the person on it. I'm just going to do the background of the cameo. And I'm not even sure I want to put the gold around it this time. I think I might just leave it plain. And it gives her two different versions. Okay, so there's two coats. Now I'm going to take the She Modern matte top coat, and I'm going to matte top coat the middle nails on each hand, because I want to be able to chrome the portrait shape that I'm going to stamp on here. Okay, let's get those in the lamp. Okay, so now I need to put a foil glue on the rest of the nails. So I use this Macart foil glue. It's really good. I like it. I think it works very well. And you just need a thin coat. You don't need a lot. And I am going to be putting foils on each of these nails, whether it's flowers or I have to find my Cupid, because I don't think you can have a Victorian set without a Cupid on it. And we'll go through the foils in a second so I can decide what flowers I want to put on here. Do this set. If you have a foil glue that you really like that works really well, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you use. I'm always looking for other products to give a try. And if it works well, that's what counts. And if it's not, over expensive, I think like paying $30 for a foil glue is ridiculous, but that's just my opinion. Alrighty, I've got a nice coat on here. Let me get these two nails out of the lamp. And I am going to just wipe them down with alcohol. I always do. It's a habit. I know She Modern is supposed to be chrome resist, but I always play it safe. So I'm just going to wipe them down. And let's get a towel, a stamper, and let me just clean it off. Always got to make sure my stamper's cleaned off. And I'm going to use the black chrome semi-gel stamping opaque polish here. And I need my scraper, which is over here. Okay. Now you have time to pick this up because it is semi-gel. You don't have to rush, and you should leave it on your stamper, you know, for a few seconds actually, to make sure that it doesn't smear when you stamp it, because it is a semi-gel. And if you have any questions about She Modern, Tina does lives, and she has a lot of videos on YouTube that you can watch. And she explains how to use all the polishes, all her stamping polishes and chromes and whatnot. Just trying to make sure there's no extra on here. Okay. So let's try and center this. Go. It's a really cute image. And see, there's a little bit of black right there. So I want to just get a brush, just a thin little brush with a little bit of alcohol here, and just try to wipe that off. There we go. You know, I just want them to look perfect for her. So, or as perfect as I can make them. I'm not a professional, so I never claimed to be, but I still want them to look really nice. I give people a lot of credit who make press-ons and sell them, because it is a lot of work. You know, when you're just doing a set on your hands, yeah, it's work, but if you make a mistake, you're really the only one who's going to see them. Nobody else is. But, you know, if you're making something for somebody, you want it to be as perfect as you can get it. I think I got it all. It's hard to tell. Grab the other nail. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, I'm going to take these out of the lamp, let them cool off for a second. Let's get these cured. And while those are curing, let's look and see what flowers we want to use. Let me move this out of the way because I'm done with that for now. Close this up. Okay, put that to the side. And let's see, because we want the flowers to stand out on that peach color. So we don't want to use anything that's too peachy. This is a really nice image. So let's cut this one out. I think this would fit on the thumb really well. Let me see if I can find my scissors. Still haven't gotten sharp scissors yet, so I just use these cuticle scissors here. And they work well enough, I guess, for what I need. So I think that will fit on the thumb. I wish they had a Cupid go in the opposite direction for the other thumb, but they don't. So let's cut another one out over here. Okay, so that will be for the other thumb. Let's wrap this up. I hate rewrapping these things and putting them in because they never go in as good as when you got them out. There was a little one, I could use that one. That's okay. Let's close this because I don't need any more cupids, and I think the flowers are too dense on there. So let's open this one. This is pretty, but I don't think it's very Victorian looking. So let's see. Oh, this one, I like the blue. I think the blue on the peach would look really nice. So why don't we use that one and that one? Or maybe, let me see. Maybe this one and that one, because this also has those blue flowers like with the yellow, like those have yellow. Okay, had the darndest time trying to get them put back in the box. Like, they're so staticky. So let's get the Cupid put on first so I don't lose those. See, oh, there it is. I'm saying I can't find the other one. Alright. So just have to try to rub the creases out here. And it's already coming up from the nail. These are pretty good foils. I don't remember where I got them from, most likely AliExpress. So much easier to do when you're not wearing gloves. Okay, so here's the Cupid. Really cute. And let's do the other thumb. This way I don't lose the image, because I would definitely lose it. Misplace it on my desk. Let me see if I can grab a tweezer here. Okay, that's good. That worked out well. And again, just rub it so the creases come out. And you know it's all lying flat. There we go. Another perfect, oops, perfect foil transfer. Okay. So I really think the blue ones would look really pretty. So let's find some small ones to put on the pinky. If I can get them cut. Okay. So, because I think I don't want to just put this on here. I think I want to try and put some of the pink flowers on as well. Try not to get my glove stuck to the, oops, to the to the foil glue, because then it'll lose its stickiness. There we go. And let's see, where did I put? The static of these foils is driving me crazy. See, it's like, stop. Let's get another one of these flowers on here. And then I want to get some more of these little blue ones because they're so cute. Okay, there's that one. Now let's see. I think for this one, I want to do a big pink one right here. There we go. And we could try, I'm not sure if they'll stick, if it's going to be sticky enough to put a couple of little blue flowers down at the tip, but I'm not sure if I rub the stickiness off, but let's give it a try anyway. Okay, that's not bad. Just a little hint of blue here. See if this is sticky enough to get this little flower right there. Okay, good. It worked. Okay. Now let's do this one, and let's find another. What if we just did the double? We'll do the double here. They don't have to be exactly alike on each nail, because it'll be like a wallpaper pattern. Doesn't have to be exact, I don't think. Oh, that came out nice. All right, so what if we did some blue? Oops. I think I need to cut this out so I can still get some pink on there, because we need to tie in some pink as well. So let's see. Let's come over here and cut out this blue one. Let's cut this off. I don't want that on there. All right. I'm going to put the blue at the tip over here. and this one. Oh my goodness, the static. All right, let's see. Also, if you have any tips or tricks for using foils, I'd love to hear those as well. Anything to make the process go smoother and clearer. I missed a spot? I don't know. I think I may have. Let me see if I can. Not sure. Oh, maybe. Okay, that's good. That will work. Okay, so these are done, and oh, nope, I'm missing one. Darn it. I got a hair on that. Right. Okay, so the foils are done. So now I have this chrome that I got off of Shein. It was a set. And I'm hoping this is going to be the color that I want. You never know when you use chromes. I haven't swatched these yet. But I wanted a bronzy color. So this is like a bronzy brown. So let's see how this will look. Want to rub it in really, really well. I think that'll work. Let's do the other one. I think it's really pretty, actually. I'm going to try to wipe off all the extra. Get a brush. For some reason this chrome is sticking to the nail and I don't know why. So let me get a brush with a sharp edge to it. See if I can find one. And try this one. A little bit of alcohol and just try to rub it off. Yeah, see I don't know why the chrome stuck. It's not supposed to. It just makes the nail look dirty. All right, let me clean this up. Okay, I base top coated these and then to protect the chrome, and then I put a layer of foil glue in the middle, and I'm going to try and take the smallest of these flakies I can find and stick them on in here. I don't want big chunks. Come on. I want small pieces so they can fit inside the frame here. And I'm just using the base coat just to help pick it up, because they do not want to be picked up really well. I'm going to stick into my finger. That's why I need really tiny pieces, and this stuff is not cut really tiny, and I'm not going to sit here and cut it, because you cut it and it just like jumps everywhere. You know what? I think that's good. Let me just take some base coat and put it in the center here. I just want it raised a little bit inside the frame. Okay, now let me just put it upside down so it'll go to the middle, and then I'm going to stick it under the lamp and start the next one. Okay. And then I'm going in with the cat eye, but let me see if I can get, because if I go to cut these, they're just going to like, see, they like jump everywhere. They don't stay. All right, let's see, maybe that's good. All right, let's get a little bit of, I think the foil glue works really well at holding them down. When I go replace them, for the most part, nothing's perfect. Like I said, I just want the tiny pieces. I think with the tiny pieces you'll get more faceted design, so you'll see the reflections a little bit better than the big pieces, especially on, you know, this such a small area here. All right, let's stick with that. And let's get some base coat on here. Again, I just want it raised a little bit. Oops, picked up a foil right there. I wonder if I can put it back on. Let's see. Does not want to stick. I think that will work. Well, there's another one right here. Let's see. Okay, that will work. All right, let's put it upside down. And this one's cured. And let's cure that one. This one has a piece that's sticking up right here. Let's cut that off because we don't need it. Okay, that'll work. Now, let me move all this out of the way. And let's get this cat eye. I'm hoping this is going to work the way I want it to, but I'm not sure. We'll just give it a try. Or if it's just going to cover. think it's going to do what I want it to do. Because you could still see through the cat eye, which is what I want. And then I wanted to give it just a little dimension, almost like an opalescence, I guess. So let's get my magnet, which I thought was over here because I kept getting stuck to everything. Okay, and let's see what we could do. Can you see that? Look how pretty that looks. That is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to put it in the lamp and cure it. And let's do this one. I have to say that the Born Pretty cat eyes are just fantastic. They work so well. They're so reactive. I just prefer bigger bottles. That's the only drawback that I find to these Born Pretty bottles, is that they're so small. But they work beautifully. Look at that. That looks so pretty. I'm not sure if you can, if the camera is catching it. Let me zoom in. It was so beautiful. And let's do this. Let's do the magnet. Look at how pretty that is. I love it. Okay, I'm going to cure that. And then I will come back with the completed set. Okay, this is the set I made for my daughter. I think it came out really pretty. I hope she's going to like it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that stuff. And I appreciate you all watching. If you stayed through the whole video, I doubly appreciate you. Again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.